All right, folks, welcome to another President Trump live speech. This time, he's going to be talking about American history, and he is going to be delivering this speech from the National Archives Museum in D.C. Thank you so much for joining us here at Golden State Times. As you guys can see, we're ready to go for President Trump. President Trump should be coming out very soon, so make sure you guys please share the live stream on social media. And if you guys got notified, let me know in the chat. Once again, pretty awesome backdrop. Look at that beautiful room. President Trump is going to be talking about American history, the same American history that the Democrats are now trying to erase. The same American history that the Democrats are trying to change. But President Trump says we're going to preserve it. Because if we preserve it, we're able to learn from it. He says the good, the bad, we learn from the bad too, so we will never do it again. And we learn from the good to see what can come from it and how we can achieve and become greater and become better as a country, as a people. That is what President Trump has said many times at his rallies and speeches and stuff like that, talking about different topics. But when it comes to American history, that's how it is. We have to learn from it. And that is pretty much what President Trump is going to be talking about on this event. So make sure you guys please share it. This is going to be a historic event, so make sure you guys share it on social media. If you share it on Twitter, we'll give you a shout out as a thank you for your help and your support. Let me know in the chat, folks, if you guys got notified. All right, we have some patriots here that are saying they got notified. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to be sharing it on Twitter, and we're going to be sharing it on all social media sites right now, so just give me a second as we get everything ready to go. As you guys can see, this is live footage from the National Archives Museum in D.C.
Check two. Check one. Check two. Check one. Check two. Check one. Check two. Check one. What do you got to read? You got anything?
They are checking the microphone, folks. So you know what that means. The hot mic is now on. The hot mic is now on. Let patriots know in the chat, because sometimes patriots mute the live stream until it begins. But
Declaration or the
Gettysburg? The hot mic is now on.
That one, right? I'll do Gettysburg. That's an easy one. Or, you know what? We're here. Unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth a separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. There's a lot going on right now. It's a little better. It's better. There's a lot of echo. I mean, it's the room, so there's not much you can do about that.
Can't do much with the dough.
But at least there's no feedback now.
Yeah, we got
Check one. Check two. Check one.
he's working on
Can I get a little more power? I think so he can hear himself. A little more volume, maybe.
Okay.
Just a little. Hello? Yeah? All right. We're working on it. We're working on it. All right. Thanks.
All right, folks. So you heard from the audio tech himself. The audio tech says there's a lot of echo in that room, but there's nothing that they can do about it other than just try their best. He said it himself. So if you guys hear an echo once President Trump comes out, the White House audio tech himself said there is nothing they can do about it. But let's see. I'm not speculating right now. I'm just saying what he just said. But let's see what happens. The hot mic
Let's tilt
is
this
now on.
one forward a bit. We're gonna tilt both of them forward because we're not gonna move from BP. A little bit. That's good. And then the base, count clockwise. Very little. Yeah, that's good. And the same thing with this, tilt it forward a little bit.
What's going on, brother?
Chilling. Come back a bit. Go back a little. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And then the glass itself, a little clockwise. That's, yep. Yeah. No, because I set it so that they could both use it.
Hey, George, we're working on it. 1 second. There's a lot of feedback. We're getting some real bad feedback right now.
No, because how tall are you?
5'8" or 9.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
can we just step in real quick?
So I can
Make sure you can see everything, right?
for sure.
Yeah, so
For sure.
we don't have to move. Thanks.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. 87 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. We're getting feedback still.
All right, folks, we want to take a second here to give a big thank you to all the Patriots who are sharing the live stream on social media. Thank you so much for being awesome and helping us out. We need your help now more than ever before. So we want to give a big thank you to FX999999. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream. We also want to give a big thank you to Pet Shop Janitor. Thank you so much, Great Patriot. And also Davitt. Thanks so much, Davitt, for sharing the stream.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated.
We also want to give a
long
big thank you
endure.
to World Be Free.
We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field.
We also want to give a big thank you to Bruce for sharing the stream.
Gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus so far nobly advanced. Is it better? Keep going? It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people.
Can I take a photo real quick? Do you
Sure.
mind? Forgave.
And that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Are we good? What are you thinking?
he was like overcompensating for like the noise in the room now. And you know, I told him like, you know, once he's up here speaking, you know, you won't have that much, you know, to try to boost up.
Sure.
So you know, make it.
I mean, my biggest concern is feedback.
Right.
So
And that's you know, because it's really it's reverb, so it's echoing and you're going back into the system.
with everybody speaking right now, it's not
Yeah,
helping.
so it's crazy to another level. It's echoing and you're going back into the system. So I told him, I said, hey, you have to agree with me.
Do you want me to do a voice of God asking everybody to please?
All right, folks, we'd like to give a big thank you to all of the Patriots with their name in green and a Trump hat next to their name. They are our sponsors. They are the ones that make these live streams possible here on YouTube on Golden State Times. So we want to give a big thank you to all our members, all of our sponsors in the chat. We are not sponsored by huge corporations like Fox News is sponsored by huge corporations, and CNN and MSNBC, all of the mainstream media is sponsored by huge corporations. We are not. We are sponsored by viewers and patriots just like you. So we want to give a big thank you to all the patriots with the Trump hats next to their name in the chat. Also, we want to give a big thank you to all the patriots that help us out through Super Chat and through membership. Because of you, we're able to continue operation here on YouTube. So thank you so much for your hard work, your support, but most importantly, believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. If you're new to the channel, we encourage you to subscribe and click that notification bell. We welcome you to the family, and we also welcome you to the underground. We are the underground when it comes to news reporting, because we are not the mainstream media. We do not want to be the mainstream media. We are not the mainstream media's friend. Us here at Golden State Times and the mainstream media are not on the same team. They want to slander and lie and continue narratives against the president. What we want to do is cover the president fairly and completely, showing you raw footage of what is going on at these events from the very beginning to the very end. So, if that is the type of coverage that you want to see, no opinions, no reporters, no on-camera bobbleheads telling you how to think, then make sure you subscribe and you click that bell. Once again, all the patriots that help us through Super Chat and through membership, thank you. Because of you, we can continue operation here on YouTube. And it's all made possible by you. So thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats as the program will begin momentarily.
I want to do a sound check on the desk. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check, check. Check 1.
We want to give a big thank you to Valerius V. Thank you so much, Valerius V, for your help and your support, great patriot. Because of you, we're able to continue operation here on YouTube. So thank you so much once again, Valerius V, for your help and your support through Super Chat, but most importantly, believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. We want to give a big thank you to Carletta Cascadian. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support through Super Chat. Because of you, we're able to continue operation here on YouTube. So thank you so much, Carletta, once again, for your help and your support through Super Chat. But most importantly, believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press.
George, are we good to go?
Don't forget, folks, later on today, President Trump is having a rally. President Trump has a rally later on today, so make sure you are subscribed. Make sure the bell is on, and also you follow us on Twitter at Gold State Times so you can get the link for that live stream. President Trump rally in Wisconsin. President Trump is heading to Wisconsin today to deliver a speech at his rally in Wisconsin. So make sure you guys join us. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell. Hopefully YouTube notifies you, but if not, follow us on Twitter at Gold State Times or on Parler at Golden State Times to get the link for that live stream coming later on today. President Trump rally, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, live here at Golden State Times. All right, so I'd like to apologize, Carlita Cascadi, and I apologize if I said your name incorrectly. But thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support through Super Chat. We also like to give a big thank you to Valerie Rogers. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support through Super Chat. Because of you, we're able to continue operation here on YouTube and also bring this event and other events just like this to patriots all over the country and all over the world. So thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support. But most importantly, believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. We want to give a big thank you once again to Carlita Cascaden. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support through Super Chat, believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. We are ready to go for President Trump, and the hot mic is on. As you guys can hear, the hot mic is definitely on. So let's check Twitter real quick to see if anyone is sharing the live stream so we can give some shout outs here. We'd like to give a big thank you here to Drew. Thank you so much, Drew, for sharing the stream. Also, Bruce. Thank you so much, Bruce. And we got Lights On, Suns Up. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream. We also want to give a big thank you to Deb926 for sharing the live stream on social media. We'll also like to give a big thank you to Susan Smith, Fia, and we also have Anna, RHR, and Mimi. Thank you so much, Great Patriots, for sharing the stream. Lady Love Maga, thank you so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the live stream on social media. We also have Lucy Rose, and we also have here, let's see, IJ Fakwa. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream, and also Barry, Nick, and we also have here, let's see, Bruce. Thank you so much, Bruce, for sharing the stream. And I think that's it. Oh, here we go. Kim Anderson. Thank you so much, Great Patriot. We also have Trump and Taylor Two Drinks the Show. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream. We also have Space Monkey, and we have Brad G. We have Once Upon a Podcast. Thanks so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream. Robert Stockwell, Barry, and Charles Parr. Thanks so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream. Sandy Acker, David Orpwood, and Robert O'Neill. We also have Ranamom, thanks so much, Great Patriot, and Lucy1CA, thanks so much, Great Patriot, for sharing the stream. We would like to give a big thank you and a welcome to a new member. We got Mary Zurich. Thank you so much, Mary, for your help and your support, becoming a new member, believing in Golden State Times, and supporting the free press. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support. You make these live streams possible here at Golden State Times. All right, folks, so we'd like to give a big thank you to Kathy Nelson. Thank you so much, Kathy, for your help and your support through Super Chat. Because of you, we're able to continue operation here on YouTube. But most importantly, thank you so much for believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. Let's see if I missed, did I miss one? Thank you so much to David Smithy. Thank you so much, David, for your help and your support through Super Chat. Your help means a lot to us, and your support means a lot to us. So thank you so much, David, for believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. All right, folks, so we would like to give a big thank you to Alex. Thank you so much, Alex. Alex Inda, thank you so much, Alex, for your help and your support through Super Chat. Because of you, we're able to continue operation here on YouTube. But most importantly, because of your help and your support, we're able to bring this event to patriots all over the country and all over the world. So thank you so much for believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. We would like to give a big thank you to GM Leondag. Thank you so much, Great Patriot, for your help and your support through Super Chat. And we were trying to have the hot mic on, folks. That's all it was. You can't win. Honestly, you can't win. I wanted to have the hot mic on. People complained about something that had to do with some static. So now I took off the hot mic and I have the music on. So you can't win, but it is what it is, folks. Thank you so much for joining us here at Golden State Times. Make sure you guys click the thumbs up button. And President Trump should be coming out soon. All right, folks. So some patriots wanted to know, where is this taking place? This is taking place at the National Archives Museum in Washington, D.C., the home of the Declaration of Independence, but also a bunch of other historic documents. So this is where this is taking place, at the National Archives Museum in Washington, D.C. We would like to give a big thank you to Loves Music. Thank you so much, Loves Music, for your help and your support through Super Chat. As you guys can see, this live stream is 100% ad-free. There's no advertisements anywhere on this live stream. This is an ad-free experience with the help and the support of patriots who are helping us through Super Chat, and also all the members in the chat. All of the patriots with the Trump hats next to their name. They make this possible here at Golden State Times Live. So thank you so much to all the patriots who have helped us through Super Chat and also through membership. We want to give a big thank you to Breaker. Thank you so much, Breaker, for your help and your support through Super Chat. And thank you so much for believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. All right, folks, I don't know if you guys saw the president's tweet from earlier today, around 6 hours ago. President Trump says, Twitter makes sure that trending on Twitter is anything bad, fake or not, about President Trump. What he means is Twitter makes sure that everything bad about President Trump goes into trending immediately and stays on trending for hours. He said, so obvious what they are doing. Being studied now. Now let's see what comes out of that, because the Twitter is really, really bad. Unfortunately, is the best place to get out information. Oh, here we go. I think it's Vice President Mike Pence. Here we go.
United States, Mike Pence. Thank you all. To Secretary Carson, Secretary DeVos, Dr. Larry Arnn, educators, students, and participants, and all those looking on for this White House Conference on American History. Welcome to the National Archives. It's an honor to be with you all. Please. Today is Constitution Day, a day in which we celebrate the work of genius that's preserved in these very halls. 233 years ago today, our founders completed what for them was the work of a nation, but for humanity, a work for the ages, the Constitution of the United States of America. For the first time in history, a government was founded by we the people to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for themselves and their posterity. John Adams, our first vice president, aptly described our Constitution in his words as, quote, the single greatest effort of national deliberation that the world has ever seen. And so it was. But we all know the summer of 1787 didn't just happen. It was preceded by the summer of 1776 and the signing of our Declaration of Independence, whose magisterial words continue to echo into our time, that we as Americans hold certain truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among these are life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. With those words, America laid the foundations for a government whose purpose, in the words of President Abraham Lincoln, was, and I quote, to elevate the condition of men, to lift artificial weights from all shoulders, to clear the paths of laudable pursuit for all. As the words inscribed on the walls of these national archives read, this building holds in trust the records of our national life and symbolizes our faith in the permanency of our national institutions. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution are the greatest charters of freedom the world has ever known. The character of our people and the principles enshrined there are the reason for our nation's unparalleled success. And they remain the greatest bulwark against tyranny in history. And the reason is simple. Our founders knew history. Sadly, we live in a time when too many are forgetting history today. Thomas Jefferson warned that, quote, if a nation expects to be ignorant and free in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be, But sadly, we live in a time when some seek to erase our history and deny our nation's relentless march toward a more perfect union. As President Trump has observed, in too many of our schools and universities, millions of young people are educated by those who seek to wipe out our history, defame our heroes, erase our values, and indoctrinate our children. But we gather here today, soon to hear from the President of the United States, as Americans who are committed to affirming the greatness of this nation and the ideals of our founders. Our President understands what we all understand. If we don't teach the next generation the principles enshrined in these halls, we can't expect them to preserve them. No one can preserve what they do not love, and no one can love what they do not know. That's why on this Constitution Day, our President will reaffirm our commitment to the principles and liberties that this administration has championed from day one, and take measurable steps to ensure that future generations will continue to understand the historical and philosophical roots of our nation. What we do here today is a part of our ongoing commitment to ensure that the rising generation will be able to do their part, as we know they will, to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. And this we know they will do, because these principles are not just enshrined in these national archives, but they're enshrined in the hearts of the American people. And I know these great principles will prevail, because like our President, I have faith in the American people. And I have faith that he who guided our founders on this day 233 years ago guides us still. For as the father of our Constitution, James Madison, reflected on this day, and I quote, "It is impossible not to perceive in it a finger of that almighty hand which has been so frequently and signally extended to our relief at critical stages of the revolution." So it's Constitution Day in America. And with gratitude to all of those who have gone before, and gratitude to all of you who are gathered here, who love and cherish our heritage of freedom, with gratitude to God who has ever guided the destiny of this land, and gratitude to a president who has ever championed the freedoms and ideals enshrined in this place, it is now my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you the 45th President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike, great Vice President. I'm truly honored to be here at the very first White House Conference on American History, so important. Our mission is to defend the legacy of America's founding, the virtue of America's heroes, and the nobility of the American character. We must clear away the twisted web of lies in our schools and classrooms and teach our children the magnificent truth about our country. We want our sons and daughters to know that they are the citizens of the most exceptional nation in the history of the world. To grow up in America is to live in a land where anything is possible, where anyone can rise, and where any dream can come true, all because of the immortal principles of our nation's founders, inscribed nearly 2.5 centuries ago. That's why we've come to the National Archives, the sacred home of our national memory. In this great chamber, we preserve our glorious inheritance, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. On this very day in 1787, our founding fathers signed the Constitution at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. It was the fulfillment of 1,000 years of Western civilization. Our Constitution was the product of centuries of tradition, wisdom, and experience. No political document has done more to advance the human condition or propel the engine of progress. Yet as we gather this afternoon, a radical movement is attempting to demolish this treasured and precious inheritance. We can't let that happen. Left-wing mobs have torn down statues of our founders, desecrated our memorials, and carried out a campaign of violence and anarchy. Far-left demonstrators have chanted the words, "America was never great." The left has launched a vicious and violent assault on law enforcement, the universal symbol of the rule of law in America. These radicals have been aided and abetted by liberal politicians, establishment media, and even large corporations. Whether it is the mob on the street or the cancel culture in the boardroom, the goal is the same: to silence dissent, to scare you out of speaking the truth, and to bully Americans into abandoning their values, their heritage, and their very way of life. We are here today to declare that we will never submit to tyranny. We will reclaim our history and our country for citizens of every race, color, religion, and creed. The radicals burning American flags want to burn down the principles enshrined in our founding documents, including the bedrock principle of equal justice under law. In order to radically transform America, they must first cause Americans to lose confidence in who we are, where we came from, and what we believe. As I said at Mount Rushmore, which they would love to rip down and rip it down fast, that's never going to happen. 2 months ago, the left-wing cultural revolution is designed to overthrow the American Revolution. As many of you testified today, the left-wing rioting and mayhem are the direct result of decades of left-wing indoctrination in our schools. It's gone on far too long. Our children are instructed from propaganda tracks like those of Howard Zinn that try to make students ashamed of their own history. The left has warped, distorted, and defiled the American story with deceptions, falsehoods, and lies. There is no better example than the New York Times totally discredited 1619 Project. This project rewrites American history to teach our children that we were founded on the principle of oppression, not freedom. Nothing could be further from the truth. America's founding set in motion the unstoppable chain of events that abolished slavery, secured civil rights, defeated communism and fascism, and built the most fair, equal, and prosperous nation in human history. The narratives about America being pushed by the far left and being chanted in the streets bear a striking resemblance to the anti-American propaganda of our adversaries, because both groups want to see America weakened, derided, and totally diminished. Students in our universities are inundated with critical race theory. This is a Marxist doctrine, holding that America is a wicked and racist nation, that even young children are complicit in oppression, and that our entire society must be radically transformed. Critical race theory is being forced into our children's schools. It's being imposed into workplace trainings, and it's being deployed to rip apart friends, neighbors, and families. A perfect example of critical race theory was recently published by the Smithsonian Institution. This document alleged that concepts such as hard work, rational thinking, and the nuclear family and belief in God were not values that unite all Americans, but were instead aspects of whiteness. This is offensive and outrageous to Americans of every ethnicity, and it's especially harmful to children of minority backgrounds who should be uplifted, not disparaged. Teaching this horrible doctrine to our children is a form of child abuse in the truest sense of those words. For many years now, the radicals have mistaken Americans' silence for weakness, but they're wrong. There is no more powerful force than a parent's love for their children, and patriotic moms and dads are going to demand that their children are no longer fed hateful lies about this country. American parents are not going to accept indoctrination in our schools, cancel culture in our work, or the repression of traditional faith, culture, and values in the public square. Not anymore. Thank you. Thank you very much. We embrace the vision of Martin Luther King, where children are not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. The left is attempting to destroy that beautiful vision and divide Americans by race in the service of political power. By viewing every issue through the lens of race, they want to impose a new segregation, and we must not allow that to happen. Critical race theory, the 1619 Project, and the crusade against American history is toxic propaganda, ideological poison that, if not removed, will dissolve the civic bonds that tie us together, will destroy our country. That is why I recently banned trainings in this prejudiced ideology from the federal government and banned it in the strongest manner possible. The only path to national unity is through our shared identity as Americans. That is why it is so urgent that we finally restore patriotic education to our schools. Under our leadership, the National Endowment for the Humanities has awarded a grant to support the development of a pro-American curriculum that celebrates the truth about our nation's great history. We are joined by some of the respected scholars involved in this project, including Professor Wilford McClay. Wilford, please. Thank you very much, Wilford. Thank you. Dr. Peter Wood of the National Association of Scholars. Dr. Peter. Thank you. Thank you. And Ted Rebarber. Thank you, Ted. Thank you very much, Ted. Today, I'm also pleased to announce that I will soon sign an executive order establishing a national commission to promote patriotic education. It will be called the 1776 Commission. Thank you. It will encourage our educators to teach our children about the miracle of American history and make plans to honor the 250th anniversary of our founding. Think of that, 250 years. Recently, I also signed an executive order to establish the National Garden of American Heroes, a vast outdoor park that will feature the statues of the greatest Americans who have ever lived. Today I'm announcing a new name for inclusion. One of the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence was a patriot from Delaware. In July of 1776, the Continental Congress was deadlocked during the debate over independence. The delegation from Delaware was divided. Caesar Rodney was called upon to break the tie. Even though he was suffering from very advanced cancer, he was deathly ill. Rodney rode 80 miles through the night, through a severe thunderstorm, from Dover to Philadelphia to cast his vote for independence. For nearly a century, a statue of one of Delaware's most beloved citizens stood in Rodney Square, right in the heart of Wilmington. But this past June, Caesar Rodney's statue was ordered removed by the mayor and local politicians as part of a radical purge of America's founding generation. Today, because of an order I signed, if you demolish a statue without permission, you immediately get 10 years in prison. And there have been no statues demolished for the last 4 months, incredibly, since the time I signed that act. Joe Biden said nothing as to his home state's history and the fact that it was dismantled and dismembered and a founding father statue was removed. Today, America will give this founding father, this very brave man who was so horribly treated, the place of honor he deserves, I'm announcing that the statue of Caesar Rodney will be added to the National Garden of American Heroes. From Washington to Lincoln, from Jefferson to King, America has been home to some of the most incredible people who have ever lived. With the help of everyone here today, the legacy of 1776 will never be erased. Our heroes will never be forgotten. Our youth will be taught to love America with all of their heart and all of their soul. We will save this cherished inheritance for our children, for their children, and for every generation to come. This is a very important day. Thank you all once again for being here. Now I will sign the Constitution Day proclamation. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you very much.
All right, great patriots. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, great patriots. Thank you so much for joining us here at Golden State Times. We hope that you guys enjoyed our coverage of President Trump delivering his speech on American history from the National Archive Museum in Washington, D.C. If you're new to the channel, we encourage you to subscribe and click that bell. We welcome you, and we also welcome you to the underground, because we are not the mainstream media. We do not want to be the mainstream media, and we are not the mainstream media's friend. We are not on the same side as the mainstream media, because they want to slander and make everything that the President Trump does look bad. What we do here at Golden State Times is we show you raw footage of everything that is going on at the White House, in Congress, and anything that has to do with politics. Don't forget, President Trump has a rally later on today, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, from Wisconsin. So make sure you guys join us live here at Golden State Times for full coverage of President Trump's rally in Wisconsin, coming later on today, live here at Golden State Times. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Gold State Times for the link to that live stream. And it should also be coming up on your screen, and I'll pin it to the top of the comments below. Let us know what you guys think about the president's speech. Sound off in the comments below. Give your comments, your suggestions, your thoughts in the comment section below. Sound off. And we hope that you guys click the thumbs up button and you share this video on social media. Thank you so much, folks, and we will see you very soon. Peace. All right, folks, so that was for the video upload. In case you guys missed the president's speech, we are uploading it onto the channel right now as I speak. So it's getting uploaded. Let me know, what do you guys think about this speech and everything that President Trump said in the chat? Let me know. Sound off in the chat. What do you guys think about the president's speech? I thought it was very good. I thought it was awesome. But let me know your thoughts in the chat. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Gold State Times. And if you're new to the channel, we encourage you to subscribe and click that bell. And we welcome you to the underground when it comes to news reporting, because we are, like I said, not the mainstream media. We do not want to be the mainstream media. We are not the mainstream media's friend. Us and the mainstream media, what I mean by us is all of you guys in the chat, all of you guys that are subscribed to the channel, all of our members, all of our moderators. We are not on the same side as the mainstream media because they want to lie about President Trump. They want to slander President Trump. They want to make sure that everything that he does looks bad. They try to shift the narrative, twist his words. And as you guys can see on every press conference, every press briefing, they're just nasty, nasty people. And President Trump is doing very good things, but they don't even want to give him credit for nothing. So that's why I'm saying we are not on the same side as the mainstream media. So we want to thank all of you patriots who are subscribed and who are subscribing right now. If you're subscribing this very second, thank you so much for believing in Golden State Times and supporting the free press. And we welcome you to the underground. All right, folks, so we have uploaded the video onto the channel. I'll put the link to the video in case you guys missed it. If you guys did not get notified, I'll put the link to the video in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us here at Golden State Times. Like I said, we just uploaded the video right now. In case you guys did not get notified, I'll put the link to it in the chat. Head over to the video, give it a thumbs up, and share it on social media, and watch it. It was a very good speech. Hold on, let me see. Give me 1 second. Is it working? Let me click on the link myself. All right, yeah, it is working. Okay, so we're good. All right, so we have uploaded the video onto the channel. I'm putting the link to it in the chat. If you guys missed it, came in halfway or towards the end, and you want to check it out, the link is in the chat. The video has been uploaded onto the channel. Let me know if you guys got notified from YouTube on that video upload. Let me know in the chat if you guys got notified for that video upload. If you did not get notified and you missed it, I am putting the link to it in the chat. Head over to the video, give it a thumbs up, share it on social media, all that good stuff. And don't forget, President Trump has a rally later on today from Wisconsin. So make sure you guys join us for that. Make sure you are subscribed and the bell is on. Thank you so much, folks, and we'll see you soon. Peace.